Welcome back, boys. So, Riobot, what are we going to say about it? There's another one out. Mazinger 0. We are going to take a quick look at this. We're going to do an unboxing. And I'll tell you guys up front, I don't know how much, if you see my videos before, I don't know how much I'll get into the accessories. But, nonetheless, we're going to take a look at everything, all the trays, get right into it. Okay, we'll do a quick box spin. Now, the gimmick on this one is obviously this big fucking blade. The Scrander's nice. Riobot with their wings and things like that are always good. I love the kind of translucent. CCS done it, but they do both. They do a washed out, like on the Great Mazinger, they did like a washed out red, kind of almost like the same as their original Shin Getter. But now the Champion Edition, which I'll be reviewing soon, has this type of clear, transparent, deep red looking. So that's the main reason. The bigger heat sink on the chest, I don't really care for because I think it blocks too much of the robot. At the end of the day, we'll see how it looks. But again, we're going to get back into this. Riobot Sentinel's not my favorite. I'm just into bigger robots now. Once I started getting the Hot Toys Iron Man, oh my god, it's on. Like the 12-inch figures, the bigger figures. I've gotten some here and there with the DX, Mazinger Z's, this, that, and the other. But the Hot Toys, the 12-inch Hot Toys, man. And again, these boxes from Sentinel, I fucking hate. They're flimsy. You know, here's the instructions. So it's showing you how to get the fists on there. You can put these together as one blade. You can use them on each fist. So that's kind of a cool gimmick, a little different. Here's the robot. So typically Riobot is about not quite 9 inches. I want to say the 7-inch range. Here's the robot. Here's the two blades. I'm still not sure how I'm going to display this guy. A lot of them come with these rocket things for the rocket punch now, the effects. So again, he's not too big. It looks like some reuse from the Mazinger. If you guys got any of those previous Riobot releases, you'll know what I'm talking about. Look at that fucking footprint of a stand. I mean, that's just big, black, and is going to block a lot of light. See, the black absorbs a lot of light. That's the thing, too, which I don't like really using the black stands unless they're very minimal. The Scrander looks amazing. Yeah. I mean, I might display this guy without the Scrander because CCS, basically, other than the weapons, CCS did this same fucking thing, just on a bigger scale. So, I mean, unless you're a Zero fan, you have a little bit of room, which I have a spot just for this guy. And the only reason why I really got this guy is because I have the heavy metal, I can't think right now. The big Mazinger Z they just re-released. Mazinger 0, sorry, the heavy metal one. That's taking up so much room, I have to put him in a certain spot. Blah, blah, blah. Which left me a little bit of room left over to be able to squeeze this guy in. I don't know if I'll be able to do it with the Scrander or not, but I want to take this out and just look at it. Look at this. Hold on. Okay. So there's some sort of gimmick here. Wow. Oh, that's right. So this here, the Scrander comes apart and you can twist this up. Let me see, does this one open too? Yeah. Looks like it has the hinges on it. See, that's why you always need the spudger handy. Spudger can always get in there. So it's nice, the Super Robot Shigoken always pissed me off, which I had, where the Scrander was just a certain setback. You put it on, that was it. Limited movement with the blades hitting. The forearm blades do kind of suck. Every Zero I have, always those blades get in the way of this Scrander. But this transforms. So this, what it does, this opens up, I guess, so you can put this stabilizer piece back. Okay, to close it back up. This is nice because this is what I was getting at. This is on like a nice ball hinge. So it spins all around. Yeah, only one side opens up. I thought both did, but... So you can push this piece back up in there. See how it goes. And then that shuts back up in there. Then you can, so this into this. Okay, I think these also open up to lock in the Scrander. So that's why these pieces are in there, which is cool engineering. So you see the little clips and stuff inside here? Works perfectly. So that's a cool gimmick how this can come apart, but it doesn't look good. I don't know. They were trying to do something, I guess. I don't think it looks good. So as you can see, here's the weapons here. We're going to check these out for sure. Now, I think the Scrander can fit in, so I'll probably use it for them. Or I might use these. So here you go with these. Plastic. Maybe it'd be cooler if they had the weapon like this, but I guess it goes like that. I don't know. The reverse is kind of cool. They made it like a staff. All right, couple stands for some stuff. Stand. All right, we have that in there. Let's check out the robot itself. All right. I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. He looks pretty good. I love, even though it's smaller, I'm not going to lie. I love this sculpt. The head sculpt is awesome. You know, even if there is reuse, I'm going to tell you that he has some weight to him. He's probably one of the heavier releases. So there's the Scrander. Now, the hole for the Scrander. Now, I don't see this. I don't think the Scrander can come out, which is fine because I'll tell you, every time they do a Zero Scrander that I've had so far, and they didn't make a ton of Zero figures, but Scrander's always loose. Either the Scrander don't come out or it's loose. Those are the two options you have for Zero. Look, these are free moving around. I think they're on a ball peg, so you can probably pop them out, which I don't want to try, but I love this engineering design they did. Look at that. Let me get this out of the way so we can check out movement without scraping anything. Look at that. See that in there? See, Riobot is supposed to have the articulation, but since CCS came out. They basically destroyed Riobot. I'm not saying, like, this design's good, but is it worth you going out? Paint's great. Articulation on this figure is going to be great. When you see Riobot, expect articulation. Man, there's some good die cast in this one. I have to actually... I don't know. Maybe they're trying to keep up with competition, because I'm telling you right now, if they don't start throwing way more die cast in, there'll be a lot less people buying it. But seeing these swords are so big, blades, whatever you want to call them, the joints are nice and tight where he'll be able to hold them. So you have... All right, if you have any Riobot, this is going to be standard fare. We're just looking at a different sculpt. It's not a totally different robot. This falls along the lines of, you know, the Mazinger Z, the Mazinger. Their whole selling point to this robot is those blade gimmicks and the Scrander transformation, which I can't hate on. I'm glad they did it. They did that... Their Grendizer, the Spazer, the UFO, makes a power suit. I thought that was a really cool, innovative idea. I've had mine displayed like that for a while. I might go back to doing it because it's just so cool. If you see the paint in here, there's like a nice blue. You got the gray. You have the black, the silver. This is the red, so this is a very nice. And then you just have the one gold there to kind of... This is a good piece, guys. But you see, don't expect him to be big. He's about as big as my hand. I'd say probably 10% bigger than my hand, maybe, something like that. Let's throw the Scrander on him. Let's get some looks going. So right now, A+ on the sculpt. I don't even care. A on the sculpt. I love it. Nice thick fucking thighs. Chest can move here. I mean, I'm not going to... the head could be a little 15% tighter, I'd say. But, I mean, that's a stupid gripe. I just moved it and noticed it. Figured I'd say something. It's not even... Yeah. It's fine. I mean, you see the ball there. You can drop a piece of Kiki in there. Little drip of Kiki, and he'll be fine for life. So, that's why I'm not worried about that. Friction joints. No clickies. Leg can go all the way back. I'm just leaving the boots on. Ankle. Drop down. Drop down ankle. No drop down hip. But you're going to have the skirts that move. Again, it's a Riobot. You're going to be able to get some great poses out of this guy. Great poses out of this guy. This guy actually looks worth having. Super Robot Chogokin, I traded out for basically this guy. I didn't need to have a third one. I mean, the anime or game Super Robot accuracy is all well and fine. But look at this guy. When you have it on the shelf and you want something to look at, like, wow. Look at the detail. Look at the shiny parts of the paint, the matte parts of the paint. Look at that back, man. This reminds me of, I don't know, you guys watch Grappler Baki or into any anime like that. This reminds me of the demon back from Baki's father, Yujiro Hanma. Look at this shit. Look at that, man. See? Look at this. Actually, the fact that they did the blue on the joints like that is blowing me away. That's fucking superb. I'm not sure. I have the original release CCS, which I'll do a comparison later with that and the heavy metal Mazinger. But damn, man, that blue really breaks it up. For looks, let's say if this wasn't a Riobot, S tier. But the fact that Riobot think their shit don't stink. Look at the neck comes up. It's just, you know, I might do this guy like a fucking... a demon pose or something, like he's going nuts. He just looks so cool. Neck coming forward like that. Wow. They're one quick note, their great Mazinger kind of sucks because of his head. There's a head gap you can't get rid of, and it's only if you pose him in certain spots. But other than that, look, the head comes forward like that. I love that. Yeah, with the Scrander. Damn, man, look at this. He looks too cool. Definite buy. Fuck it, definite buy. Not even kidding around anymore. Let's see this. Woo, boys. Oh my God, they make it. I love when they make robots playable. Shing. Now I'm Batman. Oh, this is fucking cool. Dude, if they gave me a whole ring set of this, I'd never take it off. Yeah! Sing, sing! Sing, sing, sing! Look at that shit. Oh, shit. Ding. With the rings attached. I love this. All right. So we'll move that out of the way. Let's take off one of the arms and I'll get into this and I'll come back and show you. So it's a little spin, twist, and unlock. Oh, it goes the other way, sorry. This one doesn't twist on, there's no tabs. So you can put it on and spin it around however, which I love, so you can get it out of the way, not to hit stuff. Now they also come with a smaller one. I'm gonna try to use the bigger ones. I can't. I love the bigger ones, but they're just too much, too awkward, too much fucking room. So I'll go with the smaller ones. I'd love to have the bigger ones. These have a nodule on them. So it looks like you'll have to line these up to get it on. And then once it's on, you can spin it. So there's the unlock. It's locked now. So this is how this goes together. And then you would lock it in with the handles. This thing is, I don't know, it's cool, but it's fucking useless. It's just too big, guys. I'm not into it. I'm just not into that. I mean, the weapons are cool. They're big. I want to try to get, I'm more concerned on getting the big blades on here. One last note on that. This goes on and it will connect into the big blades here. So he doesn't hold it. He can wear it. So it'll connect on there if you wanted to. So that's that extra piece floating around if you see it. You can also put the handles on if you wanted to hold them like axes. There's a couple handles. These go right in. Not a huge deal. Nice little touch here is the star comes out so you can move and pose him. So what's really cool about Riobot is that they have some of these engineering gimmicks in here that are awesome. But too many things, like all of their stands suck. Every one I've had, there's only been one stand that really works for the figure, and I think that's the Devolution Getter. All the other stands are just big, black. They take up light. They take up space. They get in the way. They don't really hold the figure correctly. And it's to the point where I have enough where I know I'm not going to use the stand, so I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just going off of experience from all my other Riobot figures that I have. That's the general consensus, is that look at that, double click out. That's really cool. You get a lot of dynamic range on that. Like I said, the joints are tight too, so I'm finding out stuff just kind of playing around with it as I go. I have the big blade in. So here's the weird part. I put the blade on. Fuck. I put the blade on, and there's no, you see how this and this? So that's the weird part. So I'm going to check that out. All right, so I just found out you put this on, right? You get the big blade. Then you put this on. This. See? Now here comes the problem. Let me get that out of the way. Motherfucker can't move his arm. He bends his arm, he's gonna stab himself. So we'll have to spin it around. Wow, okay. Riobot has my attention now. Look at this fucking... Guys! Oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Look at that. Double blade. And you can spin it. Oh my god. Genius. Okay, fuck the... They could have advertised this instead of that big blade shit, and I would have still gotten it. Look at this. This guy's amazing. This is the icing on the cake here. I'm glad you got to see that. Wow. Oh, let me just get this out of the way just for posability's sake. Look at that, guys. This thing can spin. Whoops. Let me get it out of the way. Yeah, this thing's just too cool now with the double. And when you spin the blade, it locks in, so it's just not going to pop off. So it's little things like that that are just genius when it comes to Riobot. You have the extra hands. They put a piece of tape over it. So I don't want to take out the tape or cut it, but you see the extra hands. You get 6. I'm going to put on the other blades. I have to. Just to help you put some stuff together here. So you seen me pull off the arm earlier. Just a little helpful hint here, okay? Pull off the arm if you're going to attach the blades. That way you don't scratch or break anything. Pull out the Scrander. And then you can attach it to the back a lot easier. Then you can get the pieces of the Zero Scrander. Boom. Connect it up. I wish that part was engineered a little better just to, you know, close up the seam. And here we go. This should probably be the final pose. You know, and to be honest with you, I'm surprised they didn't make that like an exclusive thing like they did with the Getter Dragon G. That Riobot just released. They had like spinny hands effects that came out with the special, I think, D4 exclusive. So here you go. Just unboxing, kept it simple. You've seen what it comes with. I mean, this guy does look amazing. I mean, I might just display him like that. And you know what? Because of that seam, let me turn this here. And we can just get the better looking part out. So, like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm doing this for the fun of it. Hopefully I can show you guys a couple things. Because when I started collecting, the only way I found out information, a lot of the times was through people's YouTube videos and things like that. Yeah, mostly just YouTube, actually. So it's nice if you get a piece of information that helps you out. If you were looking for something, you weren't sure about a figure. This one, grade 8. If the size was bigger, this one right here would rival CCS. Both have friction joints. This is in between Super Robot Chogokin and CCS, I'd say. This is like a half breed. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.